A lot of people think I'm wild, crazy, which I am to a certain extent, but to me, you've got one life, live it. Don't worry about what other people think. I definitely don't worry about what other people think. If they don't like me, why are they watching me? Your haters are your closest watchers, so fair play to them. I'll give them a show to watch. They're all tired and everything. I started riding bikes when I was 3, I jumped on one then. I did enduro when I was about 5. I won the British 50cc enduro championship. And one day I had my iPad, I was going through stuff on YouTube, and next thing I come across mini moto racing. I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I go and show my dad, he's like, oh yeah, that's cool, isn't it? And we borrowed one of our friend's bike and I absolutely loved it. It was just mint. So then we went and brought a bike, and then I went and won my first mini moto championship. My dad was always with me, he was always like, stand your own ground, be your own man. Everyone's human, you're all the same, so why should anyone have something over you? You're equal, do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, he went to prison, and he had this watch in prison, and some lads come up to him and said, give me your watch, and my dad's just like, no. And he had the steel toe cap boots on, they kicked all my dad's teeth out, but they still didn't get his watch. So when they did visitation, my mum come and took the watch. But when he passed away in 2016, obviously it was a lot of heartbreak. It was horrendous. It was horrible. But it definitely manned me up. I think if my dad was still here today, I definitely wouldn't be the person I am now. It's me good luck charm because my dad's always watching. This has got real meaning to me and a backstory. But no, it's just the meaning and all that. It's nice. There's a lot of times where you can be so down and you're like, why do I do this sport? This sport pushes you to your limit. It's just amazing how good you feel when you're on the podium. But then when it's not all going to plan and you're sitting in 20th position, it does get really depressing. But to me, that's where the motivation comes to me, because you want to move away from that. You want to get better. So you got to grit your teeth. That's the hard bit, getting from 20th to consistent top 10s. I don't really speak to anyone about my feelings and stuff, which I probably should do a bit more. I do strongly believe that if you are depressed and there is something on your mind, get it out. Because it's like if you're fearing something, like jumping out of a plane with a parachute on, the longer you think about it, the worse it's going to get. So just get it out, just speak about it.
It's my grandson races go-karts.
All right.
Yeah. Very good. I want a hug.
So these are my fans. I've just met them in the cafe. They have a thing on Facebook called Eccleshall Today. When they built the new housing estate at the top, there's a guy called Ted Griffin. He put on there that they should put a statue of Storm Stacey on the roundabout. I was like, yes, they should.
Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love bikes, I absolutely love bike racing, but in the winter I love not even mentioning it. It's nice to just switch off from it for a bit. A lot of riders go on holiday, I like to work.
He's a good salesman, yeah. Cheeky, but he's a good salesman. What do you think about it?
I buy and sell cars now through the winter. My dad started off selling cars, so I'm kind of in my dad's footsteps now, and I do enjoy it, but you can have good days where you can earn a good bit of money, and then you can have like a month where you don't sell anything. I love cars, absolutely love cars. Buying and selling cars, I thought it would have made me not like cars because I'm working with them every day, but it just makes me know more about cars. My Land Rover, I love that because sheer fact it can go anywhere. If I want to go up next door's house, I'll give it a good go and it'll give it a good go. Away from racing, I love cars. I love going off-roading, just being a proper little country boy in my Land Rover. Anything with an engine in it, I love it. If I didn't have bikes or couldn't do anything like that, that's not a life worth living. I'm most grateful for my mum. I worship the ground she stands on and the time and effort she's put into me and putting up with me, because we haven't exactly got a house that provides for the stupid stuff I do. The driveway's caked in oil and dirt because of my Land Rover, but she hasn't kicked me out, so I've got to thank her a lot. When I did my first season on a superbike, I never went to the gym at all, and I was blowing out my bag and everything. I was so out of breath, I was knackered, and I was literally just finishing races on adrenaline. I would go till I'd pass out, whereas I didn't need to. I could go to the gym and be fit and not struggle in a race, and then I'd have more oxygen in my brain, and I'll be able to think a lot more about what I'm doing. And you may as well make it easier for you so you can go faster and you can think about other things. Fitness should be the last thing on your mind while you're riding a bike. I've trained all this year, 4 days a week, and I train really hard. I go to the gym sometimes with a lot different mentality. I can go there and just smash a session and just be like, oh, sound, see you next week. Not even think about anything else. But then sometimes I can be a bit like missing the racing and then go even harder in the gym because I'm like, I want to smash this next year. I want to be remembered as the guy that stood out. Be different, be you. Just enjoy your life. That's how I want to be remembered.